Good evening, everyone anywhere. We're happy to be coming to you live from Ghana, and we have the pleasure of having a good interaction with a very honorable person, Her Excellency Tove Degnbol, the Ambassador of Denmark to Ghana. It's August 2020. It's a very nice month in Ghana, although all around the world, we all know that we are faced with issues of COVID and difficulties thereabout. From the Alumni Network in Ghana, we have considered it important to have a dialogue with the ambassador herself, Tove Degnbol, and we want to have everybody out there listen in, have a good interaction, and we'll take further comments thereafter. So, Your Excellency, you're very welcome to our channel today.
Thank you very much.
I'll start off with saying that many people know embassies, ambassadors with different perceptions. Can you break it down for us? We want to understand what the embassy is, who the ambassador of Denmark to Ghana is, and who you are in person.
That was a quite comprehensive question. The Embassy of Denmark in Ghana has been here since 1961. Since 1992, we've had an extensive program on development cooperation in a lot of areas, health, water and sanitation, rural roads, good governance, anti-corruption, support to election commission, etc., etc. Very extensive development cooperation. We have, during the past 5 years, been in transition, and we have gradually phased out our development cooperation as Ghana has become a wealthier country. And we are now concentrating on supporting Danish investments in Ghana and facilitating cooperation between Danish and Ghanaian companies.
Okay, great. With that, then the understanding we have also is that there's a person who leads the embassy, and that's your good self. Interestingly, if you go onto the website of the embassy, it already shows a lot of details about you, but would like you to speak to it. Who are you?
Well, I've been here for 5 years now, and I'm at the end of my term. So I'll soon be going back to Denmark, and my successor, Mr. Tom Nørring, will replace me. But the rest of the team, fortunately, remains here. And this team of about 25 people have not always remained the same. Fortunately, we have some who have been with us for very many years, even one who will soon celebrate his 25th anniversary with the embassy. Others have come in, and we've seen quite a lot of changes of staff during the recent years, because those who used to be here were working with development cooperation, whereas we have needed new competences to deal with trade activities. I myself came here with a background in development cooperation. I have a little more than 30 years experience in development cooperation, mainly from Africa, but I've also been posted to Vietnam. I've been working with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the past 18 years. Before that, I was a private consultant in a Danish consultancy company called COE Consult. And I also spent some time back in the university taking a PhD and teaching. Then I lived with my family 5 years in Tanzania and did consultancies there before I joined the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I've been a little bit around within the ministry, and also, as I mentioned, other postings before I ended up in Ghana, which has really been my favorite posting and the best thing I think I and my family have ever done.
Wow, that's nice to know. One thing we've all realized is that there are some oversight countries that you have under your ambit. If you can speak to it a bit, people would like to know exactly the relation with the other countries. I think Conakry, Guinea-Conakry, Sierra Leone, and a few others. Would love to hear a bit more about those ones too.
Well, since Denmark is a small country, we can't have embassies in all countries on the globe. So each embassy is covering also a number of other countries. And under the embassy of Ghana, we have Côte d'Ivoire, Togo, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Guinea-Conakry. We have to prioritize our resources. So Ghana is by far the country where we are spending most of our time, and also me personally, I'm spending most of my time. But we've been trying to assist Danish companies also getting into the market in Côte d'Ivoire. This for some reasons have been a bit quiet, but it is our ambition as soon as we are over the COVID pandemic to push for this again. And speaking about the COVID pandemic, one of the tasks we've had recently has been to assist Danish citizens and people with Danish residence permits to go to Denmark, not just from Ghana, but from all these countries. So we have been very actively engaging with the EU delegations, which are representing us when we don't have an embassy, and with our honorary consuls, and also with individual citizens over the past months to assist as many as possible to go home to Denmark.
Right. Okay. With that said, one area everybody will want to understand is the important considerations for countries that want to do trade and commercial activities with Denmark, strategic sector corporations, and different policy views and things of that sort. If you can speak to it a bit more, we'd be grateful, and we'll see how we can already also step into those markets.
As I said, we have in Ghana, Denmark has been concentrating on development cooperation for very many years, for around 30 years. And then we are in a transition. We are almost past the transition now, so it is really a commercial cooperation that we're focusing on. But in addition to that, we have some other activities also, as you mentioned, the strategic sector cooperation. This is when Danish authorities are twinning up with an authority in Ghana, such as the Danish Maritime Authority working with Ghana Maritime Authority, or Statistics Denmark working with Ghana Statistical Service. We have the municipality of Aarhus, the second largest city in Denmark, working with the Tema Metropolis Authority. So with these other corporations, they differ from the traditional development cooperation. There's not a lot of money involved, but it's more an exchange of knowledge and experience. And we see that this is a very good way of continuing the experience that we've had in our development cooperation. And also, we see a lot of synergy with our trade activities, the more commercial activities.
Great. Well, from what you have said, it reminds me many years ago when I went to Denmark. I particularly first started my journey in Copenhagen. I went to COE, your previous organization, and I studied occupational health and safety. And that for me was a game changer in terms of being a mechanical engineer and looking at safety practices and issues of sustainability and environment. Then fast forward later part of 2010 as well, I went to Aarhus, the next big city like you mentioned, and I studied at the Aarhus University. I took an MBA that focused on sustainability. So my thinking and my psyche has been sustainable. I've been thinking sustainability all through. Like me, there are many others as well who have had education in Denmark. And for which reason, for some of us who were there in those periods, we thought of establishing what we could term an alumni caucus, so to say, so that you can have interaction with different partners in Denmark. You could go have exchanges and things of that sort. And interestingly, when you came to Ghana, the conversation moved a bit more strongly. I think this is a good point for you to tell us a bit more about your early memories of the Danida Alumni Network and some reflections you've had and what you also think.
My interest in establishing alumni networks actually date back to my former posting when I was heading a team of technical advisory services. That was the name of the department. It was technical specialists in a number of areas, and we were also responsible for the Danish support to development research. And we started a discussion with the Danida Fellowship Center about possibilities of not just letting all these interesting people go back to their countries and disappear, but try to form an association which of those who had received their training in Denmark, which we could also continue to interact with in the various countries. And I had that position from 10 to 15. I don't remember when the idea was brought up. But well before I went to Ghana, I knew that this could be interesting to do in Ghana. So when I arrived here in 2015, it was with a mandate from the Danida Fellowship Center of establishing the first alumni association in cooperation with those who had been to Denmark. Later on, so many other alumni associations have been formed. I think that there is now some 11 or even more Danida alumni associations across the world. Very many of them are in Africa. We have in Burkina Faso and Uganda and Kenya and a lot of countries. But I do believe that Ghana was the first, and it's been a joy to work with this group of very engaged people since January 2016, when it was we had our first launch, and I think the formal launch of the association was in May 2016. A lot of people have joined the alumni, and where we see the interest for both the embassy but also the Danish business people and others who are coming here is that alumni are people with a strong technical background, professional background, training from Denmark and also from Ghana and other countries maybe. You know our culture already very well. You have an idea about where differences and similarities between Ghanaians and Danes can be made turned into something positive and be a good cooperation. And you also, in many cases, have an extensive network already, both in Denmark and not least in your own country, which is of interest, of course, to Danes who are coming to Ghana to try to hook up to.
Right. Okay. So then, now that you have mentioned Danes coming to Ghana, it leads me to a huge concern and a huge area of interest. How do we ensure that people who would want to come to Ghana are assured that Ghana is not a very dark African continent like some people think if they don't really know the context? And how do we, and how what would you like to tell them? Maybe this one, I would love for you to say all the things in English, but then you can also speak a bit Danish so that those who are listening in Denmark can actually really also hear that part as well.
Those in Denmark who are interested in going to Ghana, they do speak English. I think I can perfectly well continue in English. We have an ongoing dialogue with those who are potential investors in Ghana, those who are considering whether it might be interesting for them to have activities in Ghana. And of course, we have a very close interaction with all the companies which are already here. And those who are already here are actually the best advocates for Ghana. They can go back and tell about their experience, about what they have seen in terms of getting good Ghanaian partner companies, that this is a country which is well regulated, that you can trust the agreements that you enter, the contracts that you enter, and so on. All these things we are communicating to potential Danish investors. We have spent quite a lot of time and energy making Ghana known in Denmark, and we have received excellent support from Ghana's ambassador to Denmark, Her Excellency Amerley Awua-Asamoah, who also took a very active part in the state visit in 2017 November, when Queen Margrethe of the second of Denmark went to Ghana with a large business delegation. And I think that experience really I'll not say kicked off, because we were already there and we already had the good communication and relationship between Ghanaian and Danish businesses. But it sparked a lot of new interest among companies which had not been here before. And our trade team was extremely busy after the state visit, following up on all the initial contacts that were made. And this has also helped us portray Ghana as a peaceful country, a country where it's interesting for private companies to go. So I'd say this has been a gradual development, but there's also been some milestones in the process of communicating this picture, this positive picture of Ghana to Denmark, and the state visit in 2017 were absolutely an important event.
Absolutely. To that, I'm flipping the coin also to the Ghanaian businesses who want to go to Denmark. What should they hear? What should they know?
Well, first of all, they need to make up their mind and decide why they're going to Denmark. Are they going to Denmark to invest in activities in Denmark? Are they going to Denmark to identify tools, equipment that could be of interest to their businesses in Ghana? The latter is more often the case than the former. There are Ghanaian businesses investing in Denmark, and that's very positive. But usually it's about finding equipment or finding a Danish partner which can supplement what is already ongoing in Ghana. We have on a number of occasions organized business delegations to Denmark where, for instance, architects have come together, and then we've made a program for them so they could study Danish construction, green buildings, how to use energy efficient materials, etc. That's one area. We have had a delegation in agriculture, in the maritime area, and in other areas also. So we are also facilitating Ghanaian businesses going to Denmark. But what is very important is always that they make up their mind and are sure about what they want to see and hear. And our experience is also that the more well prepared and also the more narrow, in a sense, the theme is, the more they will benefit from a visit. If we have a very big group with all sorts of different interests, it's very difficult to make a program and make sure that they feel that they get value for money.
Right. Interesting. Okay. With all of those said, one would say you definitely have had a huge impact in Ghana whilst you have served for 5 years, and you've had different experiences and exposés. And yes, you've had the opportunity of traveling to other parts of Ghana. Now I'm interested in understanding, and I'm sure many others out there as well would want to understand, how do you wrap up from Ghana, having spent a lot of time here? What are some of your highlights of your time spent here?
Well, I've already mentioned the state visit, which was very important for the embassy and for Danish-Ghanaian relations in general. I would like to mention some of the things that we're doing in the good governance area also, because I've been here while we still had a lot of development cooperation going on. And for instance, our involvement in the judiciary sector, where we have cooperated with partners to improve the conditions for prisoners, to make sure that prisoners on remand had their cases heard. We have helped organize in-prison court hearings, so those who were just sitting there for up to 8-9 years without having had their case heard had a possibility of leaving the prison. And not only that, we have supported also some work on the legislative framework, on community service, on the new narcotics law, probation and parole, things which are touching on more fundamental challenges in the Ghanaian court and prison system. And I'm just extremely pleased to see that some of this are materializing. The new narcotics law was already approved by Parliament in March this year. Also in other areas, we've been involved in decentralization for years and years, and we're extremely hopeful that after the election sometime there will be a new possibility of having a referendum on direct elections at decentralized levels. This is just to mention some few of our highlights. Our continuous support to anti-corruption should also be mentioned. We think this is so important for ordinary citizens' lives that they're not forced to pay extra fees that they shouldn't pay. Things that they should have for free are put or that there are requests for additional illegal fees put on top of that, but also for the future business cooperation between Ghana and a lot of countries. We think that this is very important. So this is an area we're continuing, despite the fact that we're phasing out our traditional development cooperation. There are a number of areas, including anti-corruption, where we are continuing our efforts.
Right. I would say, for me, when I recall a little bit about interactions with the embassy, one area had always been moving from aid to trade. It started way before, and I think it's been a direct focus you've worked on. One interesting highlight as well, if I'm to also be on your side to look at what I know has been some of the highlights in your time, has been the very good Constitution Day events that has been held in Ghana to bring the Danish community together and the different parties. And I know that you talk about strengthening constitutions. With that and good governance, I think those are key things that people can take on. So that said, in the next 5 years, after your time here in Ghana, where will we find you? What would you be doing?
I don't know yet, and I'm happy to say that this is really a deliberate decision that I've taken, that I want to spend 1 year in Denmark before going out again. I have been out and about quite a lot. I've had very busy jobs, and as you may know, in Denmark the retirement age is now going up and up, so I will be at least 68 before I'm allowed to retire. So my consideration is that, well, I need to have a sabbatical year for 1 year, and then I look forward to joining the Ministry of Foreign Affairs again in September 2021 and accept whatever posting they think that I should go to.
Right. Okay. Then maybe just to try to wrap up as well, we want to find out some of your favorite things. I would say that it's interesting to know you behind the person behind the person. So could you tell us some of your favorite things? Music, flowers, what are your favorite things? Cars, do you have an interest in cars?
No, I have absolutely no interest in cars. I've just got an electrical car in Denmark, which I'm happy to have because I know that we're not contributing to climate change when using it. But apart from that, I have no interest in cars. I've been interested in traveling, and I've done that a lot with my family. I've used the possibilities to see a lot of Ghana while I've been here. When I'm in Denmark and when we have been living in Denmark, I've been very happy to do gardening. We have been privileged to have a big garden in the house that we've lived in, and I've found that this is a very relaxing way of de-stressing after a long working day. But otherwise, I have a huge family. Some call it an African family, with plenty of uncles and cousins and nephews and so on. And I look forward to spending a lot of time with them also.
That's very nice. It's very nice to know and very nice to hear. I have a few fun facts, one of which is the fact that I actually decided to Google your name in full. And in under 0.38 seconds, there were 32,400 results. And I said to myself, wow, the ambassador also really loves to blog. And I know that it's one of the things that you tried to do whilst you were here, having a few tweets here and there, a few bloggings here and there, but also particularly because of the good work you have done and the media capture that has been on you and the reportage that has been here. But I'm not saying all the 32,000 is from Ghana, but it's from all around the world and all the things you have been doing. To that, I would say good congratulations and big congratulations to you for all the work you have done. It's been interesting working with you and knowing you. And so to wrap up officially, I'd like to find out from you, people out there who are in the Danida Alumni Network, or those who should be in the Danida Alumni Network, either in Ghana or anywhere else, what to you should be their main motivation? Why should they really find themselves in such a network? And then how do you see them as key stakeholders to the embassy and all the other partners?
Well, they should join the network in order to exchange experience with other interesting people who have had their training in Denmark. And also because this network gives access to a dialogue with the embassy, which, well, we're always welcoming whoever wants to talk to us. But this is a very good way of having a more structured interaction with the embassy. And we hope with times we will be better also at linking up alumni with the relevant professional background with Danish companies who are looking for exactly their competences.
Fine, thank you very much. Well, on that note, I would say my name is Enoch Yeboy-Japong. I have had the privilege of interviewing the Ambassador of Denmark to Ghana, Her Excellency Tove Degnbol. I have served as the alumni chairperson. I helped found it and created here with a team of others, and we've had good dialogues with the embassy. What I can say to everybody out there is, yes, please join the Alumni Network. Find yourself interacting with the Danida Fellowship Center and all others across. Let's make the contribution of Denmark and Ghana and your respective countries one of interest, so that we can all leapfrog from different stages of development we are in, but more especially also to engage and then make the world a better place. On that note, I'd like to say thank you to the Ambassador for having this productive time with us. If there are any final words from Your Excellency, would love to hear those to close out.
Well, I think my final words should just be thank you. It's been a pleasure interacting with the Alumni Association. I'm sure my colleagues in the embassy are looking forward to taking over this role from me. And I'm sure that in the future we will see much more interaction and cooperation. So I just want to wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Tak for hjælpen. Vi ses snart.
Tak.